What's up, guys? Welcome back to Anything Alexia. My name is Alexia, and today we're gonna be looking at somebody who got their school principal to worship them? Yeah, you heard me right. I don't know how the heck this person did it because I could barely get my school principal to even say hi to me, let alone worship me. Nuh-uh. So let's watch this video to see what kind of tricks this person has up their sleeve. But before we start, don't forget to smash that like button as hard as you can and comment down below what your favorite subject is in school.
I never knew why, but I always seemed to annoy my parents. It wasn't as if they didn't like kids. They absolutely adored my brother John. He was always being showered with expensive gifts. In my case, they never even remembered my birthday. On my 10th birthday, I came downstairs and saw a tiny wrap box on the kitchen table. I ripped it open, only to have Mom walk in and snatch it away from me. That's not for you. Look, she's torn the wrapping. Just then, John walked in, and they were all smiles. They handed the box to him, and inside was a key to a Porsche.
Wait, what? Whoa. You're telling me it was the girl's birthday and the parents went and bought the brother a new car? Holy jeez, I mean, okay, parents, you're allowed to have a favorite, but do you really gotta be that obvious? That's just harsh.
He jumped into his new car. Mom, Dad, let me take you around the block with this baby.
That accent.
And they were all off together. John was failing high school and was mostly just partying with girls, but that never seemed to bother my parents. Last Christmas, he brought 2 gorgeous girls home, and my parents looked like they couldn't be prouder.
Okay, what? Those 2 girls don't look like any 2 friends. You know, they look like the type of girls that maybe the guy had to pay a couple dollars for? Or maybe he was just able to pick them up because his parents bought him that brand new sports car.
I had the duty of serving everyone drinks and food. I pretended to trip up and spilled an entire tray of drinks on John and his guests. Mom sent me to my room, and I was more than happy having dinner on my own. A couple of weeks later, he turned up with another girl, Alina, and said they were in a serious relationship and she was moving in with us. I wasn't even allowed to have friends over to study with. If I ever wanted to ask someone, Mom would say, "Are you too stupid to do your work on your own?" And here my parents were, welcoming Alina with open arms. To my horror, I heard Mom say, "Oh, John probably doesn't have enough closet space. Why don't you put your things in Gwen's closet? She can put her clothes under her bed." As I started cleaning out my closet, I said, "You know, this is Whisker's favorite sleeping spot. I hope he doesn't scratch all your pretty clothes." Alina shrieked, picked up all her dresses, and ran off. Later that year, my brother and his dumb girlfriend became proud parents to little Mike. My parents practically sobbed with joy at being grandparents, and I became the official babysitter. Anytime they were heading out to a party, they'd dump the baby on me and tell me they'd be late, which usually meant I'd be staying up till 2, trying to juggle schoolwork and diapers.
Holy jeez, girl, it seems like you have it really rough. I mean, if you're getting treated that bad, I mean, maybe consider leaving the house or something? Get a job, make some extra money, get your own place. I mean, nobody's forcing you to take care of your brother's baby till 2 a.m., especially if he's mean to you.
To make matters worse, Alina was a mess. Mom ordered me to do everything she asked, and she had me running around constantly because, as she said, taking care of little Mikey is so exhausting. One time, she sent me to get her favorite Chinese takeout, and suddenly the paper bag ripped and all the food boxes fell out. I stood there staring at the mess for a minute.
That's a bad luck Lucy right there.
And then I just scooped up the noodles from the pavement and put them right back in the box. She didn't have to know.
She bitter.
She popped into my room one day to try on one of her designer dresses, and she started crying when she couldn't get the zipper up because she'd gotten so fat. I helped her out of it, but inside, I felt so happy. Served her right for stuffing her face all day.
Yeah, she real bitter.
While Alina was taking one of her many naps, I was watching over Mike, and he just wouldn't stop crying. John barged into my room and snatched him from me. "Seriously, why are you so useless? You can't even get a baby to be quiet." That was it. I was done with the thankless job and these selfish people.
Oh, buddy, you just got her angry when she's holding your baby. I don't think you want to do that. She might end up throwing it at you or something.
I decided that things had to change now. Anytime they tried to leave Mike with me, I would say I was too busy with exams and projects
Good.
and lock myself in my room. I started having my friends over too. One time, while a friend called Stella and I were working on a project, Mom walked in and said rudely, "It's getting late. It's time for Stella to go home." I took Stella's hand and walked up to my room, slammed the door, and started playing loud music.
Ooh,
and guess what?
she
My
rebelling.
parents said they'd had enough of me. They sent me off to live with one of my aunts. She was in her late 20s.
Now that looks like a fun aunt. I don't know anything about her, but she already looks 100 times better than the freaking evil parents and brother and baby and girlfriend that she was stuck with before. But that's just my opinion.
Anywhere was better than my house, and I was almost looking forward to it.
Yeah, you
But I
should.
was so wrong. My aunt's ex-husband had been in the army.
No!
And I guess that's where she got her military discipline from. She had stupid rules for everything.
That's some bad luck Becky right there.
I turned up for dinner 2 minutes later than 8 on the first night, and she said I could only eat salad. She had a list of chores I had to manage with school every day. I had to obey her rules, otherwise I'd be homeless. The only good thing about being there was that her stepson, Paul, lived with her.
Was she blushing a bit when it said stepson? Was that just me or did anybody else see that?
He was just a couple of years older than me, and boy, was he handsome.
Oh yeah, she likes
so glad to have my
him.
company, and we became friends pretty quickly.
Okay, I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure I don't do that with my new friends. You look at someone new, it's like, friends? Friend. Like, what?
Me to join his buddies whenever they were over. I totally wanted us to be more than just friends, of course.
Woo!
And it was so exciting to live in the room next to my crush. Stella was over at my place one day, and I told her I'd written a song for Paul.
Okay, girl, you lost me at a song. I mean, I get you like him, but I think a little too much too soon, if you know what I mean. Especially since you're about to play the love song that you made for him in the room next to the room that he's in. He's 1,000,000% gonna hear that and be totally creeped out.
I sang it for her, and she absolutely loved it. Well, at least someone got to hear it. The next day at school, people seemed to be looking at me a lot more than usual. A girl from my class said, "Wow, I had no idea you had such an amazing voice." Another said, "Oh my God, why haven't you auditioned for American Idol already?" Wait, what? Another girl pulled out her phone and said, "Have you seen the views on your video yet?" I looked in horror at myself.
Girl, it went viral on YouTube. I'm proud of you, girl.
Seeing in my room. I couldn't believe Stella had recorded me and uploaded the video to YouTube. And it looked like everyone was loving it. The video went viral. Suddenly, every girl wanted to be me, and every boy wanted to be with me. I could see the admiration in Paul's eyes, too. If only he knew he was the inspiration. Jacob, one of the most popular jocks in school, came up to me one lunch. He leaned on the table and said, "Want to go out with me sometime?" I said casually, "You're going to have to impress me first." I made it
Okay,
there, and the next
girl.
thing I knew, Jacob had jumped up on the table and was taking his jersey off. Everyone in the cafeteria had turned around,
I
and
wanna
there
see
were
that.
loud cheers and claps from the audience.
That girl's
Boy,
drooling.
He was totally ripped. But I looked at him and said, "Nah, I've seen better." And with that, I walked away. Jacob hadn't even noticed my existence till I became popular. He totally deserved it. Soon enough, though, I got a call to go to the principal's office. The principal glared at me as I walked in. I knew she only liked the nerds. She called my parents, and of course, they had nothing nice to say about me.
Dang, I knew her parents were mean, but I didn't know they were that mean. You're telling me your parents couldn't even bail you out from the principal? That's like your parents' #1 job when you're in school. You get in trouble with the principal, your parents come and save you.
Stay in the school, I'd better follow the rules and be a good little girl. I
Uh-oh.
felt so angry. I was so tired of everyone's rules. I got up from my chair and said,
Tell 'em.
"Please don't talk to me like I'm a kid. I'm literally the most popular girl in this stupid high school right now." The principal looked
Cocky.
absolutely furious. She said, "This is my last warning. Behave or you'll be expelled." This wasn't over. The principal needed to treat me with respect. I was going to find a way to bring her down. The chance came sooner than I could have hoped for. And it was so much better than any of my original ideas. My aunt had sent me to get food from her favorite restaurant one evening, and I stopped short when I looked in through the window and saw two women kissing. It was the principal and our science teacher. Last time I checked, that was definitely against the rules.
Oh, it's against the rules because a principal can't date a teacher. That's what we call a conflict of interest. Since the principal is at a higher ranking than the teachers, they can't date because then all the other teachers in the school would think it's unfair and that they're not getting treated the same, blah, blah, blah. Ooh, she caught you red-handed.
Phone and made a video of the two. That video was an overnight sensation. The principal and the teacher were both forced to quit, and everyone was ecstatic that we were rid of that horrible principal. And
Savage!
I was the one who made it happen. I was crazy popular now. One day in the science lab, I caught Alexa staring right at me. She smiled at me when our eyes met. Alexa was really popular. The lab instructor told us to pair up, and she quickly came to my side. We became friends.
There goes the friend thing. Yeah, biology, science class, yeah, friends. What? I still don't get it.
At one of her parties, I told her she looked really good, and she blushed. She took my hand and led me to the dance floor.
Do they like each other?
She was really into me, and to my shock, I realized that I might be a little into her too. I invited her to my aunt's one day. Paul and some of his friends were watching the game and asked us to join them. My aunt walked in with some snacks, and she instantly seemed to warm up to Alexa. I had never seen her look so affectionately at anyone. Alexa and Paul really seemed to hit it off too. And after a while, I felt a little bit left out of their conversation.
Oh no!
Soon after that, Alexa started hanging out with me less, and whenever I'd call, she'd say she was busy. Paul seemed to be home less often too. I wondered if the two were hanging out together without me.
Oh, girl, you're the third wheel of their love relationship. Can't you see? They gave you the 1-2 boot. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm so sad.
From school, I heard laughter from the lounge. It was Alexa and my aunt. Alexa said, hi, Gwen. I was just here to see Paul. I didn't care if my aunt liked Alexa better. I just couldn't afford to lose Paul. I decided to tell him how I felt about him. The next evening, I texted Paul to meet me in the garden after dinner. He seemed really surprised to see me all dressed up. He said, hey, Gwen, what's going on? I took his hand, looked deeply in his eyes, and said, I'm just a girl standing in front of a boy asking him to love her. I closed my eyes and leaned in to kiss him, but I suddenly felt him gently push me back. Paul looked completely shocked. He slowly said, Gwen, I'm a boy who's into other boys. I thought you would have figured that out. I have a boyfriend, actually.
What? Oh my gosh, what a shocker! You're telling me she fell in love with someone who doesn't even like other girls? I mean, I don't know, guys. I just think it's kind of funny. Like, girl, maybe find out if he likes girls or boys before you fall in love with them? I don't know, just a suggestion. But again, that's tough luck, my friend. Tough luck.
I ran away from the scene as fast as I could.
Aww.
High school was about to end, and I didn't want to live with my aunt anymore. Things were really awkward with Paul since that night.
Yeah.
And besides, I was making enough from my YouTube singing videos to afford a small apartment on my own.
To make him bank from YouTube?
And I was really surprised to see that it was Alina. She'd lost a ton of weight and looked fab. She said she needed my help, so I reluctantly let her in. She said, Your jerk brother cheated on me. She and John had broken up, and my parents had sent him away to join the army. They were taking care of Mike. Since Alina's parents had stopped talking to her after she got pregnant, she had nowhere to go. She begged me to let her crash at my place till she could figure something out. I could hardly say no to that beautiful face, so I agreed. I thought I'd hate having her around, but I guess not being with my brother made her less of a jerk. In fact, she was going out of her way to cook my favorite meals and kept the house clean. I realized she was really good company.
Oh, there's a friend!
She was great at styling and helped me look amazing for my videos. One evening, I came home to a candlelit dinner for two. Alina looked stunning. Suddenly, she pulled me in for a kiss, and I kissed her back. We were super happy together. Our video series became more and more popular, and we were now a famous YouTube couple. We were making really good money, and we moved into a bigger house. Alina asked me one day if I'd have dinner with her sister. I knew she really missed her family, so I happily agreed. When her sister arrived at our table, I almost fell off my chair. It was Alexa, and she was with someone. It was my aunt. Needless to say, that was one awkward dinner. I just wanted to put the past and these people behind me already. I spoke too soon. Just a few days later, I got a text from my brother saying he wanted to come see us.
Oh no, he found out.
I was curious about what he wanted, so I invited him over. The next day when he turned up, he looked around the house and said, "Wow, Gwenny, you've done really well for yourself." Just then, Alina walked in and sat down next to me. John looked a bit angry. I said, "Yes, as you can see."
Yes, as you can see, I got a nice house, I got lots of money, and I also got your ex-wife.
I have a much better life than you. I have everything you could possibly want.
Oh my gosh, she's flaunting it.
"Well, yes. So here's the thing. I have a great business plan. I need $100,000 for it, though. Can you lend me the money?" Why was I not surprised?
No, say no.
Throw the money in the gutter than give it to someone as selfish as you. That seemed to be too much for him. He jumped to his feet and shouted, "No matter how rich or famous you get, Mom and Dad will always like me more. You will always be alone, no matter what you do." With that, he stormed out.
That's deep, bro. But at least she has her girlfriend and money and a house. Oh, but she doesn't have her family. The brother is kind of right. That's sad.
I smiled at Alina and pointed to the camera that had been running the whole time. I uploaded the video to my channel and told my viewers all about how my family had mistreated me. A few weeks later, my parents showed up with Mike.
Did she really just do an exposed video on her own family? Yo, I don't know. Something's telling me that maybe this girl isn't the nicest either.
Turned out, John had sunk all their money in a stupid business investment and had come to ask me for money to pay his debts. He couldn't get a loan from anywhere, and they had to sell their house. They cut ties with him completely now and begged me to help them. I couldn't forget how they treated me, but I was better than them. Plus, they had looked after Mike all these years. I forgave them, and Alina and I moved them into a separate wing of our mansion.
Their parents literally subbed out one of their kids for another. First they don't talk to the girl, and now they don't talk to the guy. It's like, people, here's a random thought. Maybe try and be good with all your kids. Maybe try not disown at least one of your kids in a whole year. Maybe just try that.
For a grand New Year's party, Alexa came by looking absolutely stunning. Apparently, she was no longer with my aunt.
Oh my gosh.
She kept all evening and was conveniently by my side when it struck 12.
Uh-oh.
She said, "I guess I'll have to kiss you now." I pushed her aside.
Wait, but she's dating someone.
I joined Alina on the balcony and took her hand. I said, "The best thing to happen to me is you." She smiled and said, "My life with you is just perfect." And we kissed under the stars.
Wait, that's it? That's how it ends? Bro, there was way too many things going on in that story for me to handle. All the backstabbing and drama and lies and cutting people off. Oh, it's just a lot, okay? Anyway,